All right, Matt. Let's get into the main event of our podcast. Everyone, the moment you've been waiting for. I'm gonna kind of pull up the screen.
Aikendo Yubeo Takiatsume.
So Matthew, I am gonna kind of I'm hoping, and I'm actually gonna just to keep us from getting not copywritten and stuff. I'm gonna not screen shares, but I just want to make sure you read it, right?
Yep.
So okay, so what I'll pull it up and we'll kind of just go. I'll just kind of go through the page, not necessarily go through all the pages, but one of the first things that the short story that they got going on in the beginning. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Germa 66.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, chapter 1052 of One Piece premiered today in the United States, and we're right at the end of the Wano arc. Matthew, make sure that when you're going to upload this to YouTube, we need to make sure that in the title you need to put spoilers included. So everyone, we're giving you about 5 seconds. If you don't want to be spoiled by One Piece, we're just giving you that warning right now. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we are going into spoilers. So Matthew, chapter 1052 of One Piece, Germa 66 short story that was going on. It looks like Reiju, and I can't remember which brother this is, but they've run into Caesar Clown, of all people. So Matthew, could we be seeing Caesar Clown joining the Germa? Wouldn't that be something?
Stranger things have happened in
One Piece? Yeah.
Stranger things have happened. I mean, who would have thought that Crocodile and Luffy would be fighting together?
Yeah, after the first time, after
they
concluded their fight. Yeah, after they concluded their fight the first time.
Yeah, because they were literally trying to kill each other, and then here they are after they've fought blood, trying to kill each other. They're fighting together to break out of Impel Down.
Mm-hmm.
So stranger things have happened.
And what's really been interesting is about the fact that Luffy's fruit, at least officially out in the world, it's the Gomu Gomu no Mi, which is the rubber fruit, but it's actually the human fruit model,
or as the English 4Kids dub called it, the gum fruit, and I think the Funimation dub
actually I think
it the gum fruit.
Yeah, actually I think you're right. I think they did stick with that. So, but now it's at least according to the Gorosei, it's actually the human fruit model Nika,
aka the sun god,
which is it's like, okay, so this thing is really
who went out there and put it all on the line and defeated the strongest creature in the world.
And so I gotta imagine this had to be Joy Boy's fruit original. It had to be.
I think if there was a historical Nika, he had that fruit. If there was someone who was based off of it might have been Joy Boy. He was based off, the legend evolves from the user of that fruit.
Yeah.
I think is the fruit inspired the legend.
So Gorosei are panicking because now it's like,
Kaido, no!
two emperors of the sea are down, and so they're I like how one of the Gorosei is saying we can't cover this one up, so it's gonna really be out there. They're trying to get CP0 to capture Nico Robin, but it's looking like it's the agent from CP0 is in a really tight spot, and no telling if he's going to succeed at getting Robin. But I'll tell you what, if they were to somehow get Robin, then there's really going to be war. I think though, if I think Robin is definitely going to play a central theme in this, because I think not only is the world government after Nico Robin, but I know how I remember quite a few chapters back that the Blackbeard pirates were mobilizing. I think they're going to go after Nico Robin as well.
Yeah, it's amazing how Nico Robin's ability, it's like her knowledge and her ability to translate the poneglyphs is making her this coveted asset. Mm-hmm. And I think we've talked, you and I have talked privately about Blackbeard, and there's been a lot of talk as well about how Blackbeard inherited will in One Piece is this really strong thing. And we know that most likely the inheritor of Gold D. Rogers' will is Luffy, but
right.
He might have also inherited the will of a lot of other people.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
right.
we also but inherited will can also go the other way. So it's very possible that the inheritor of Rox D. Zebek's will is probably Blackbeard.
Yeah, I think a lot of I remember a lot of people saying that it probably is Blackbeard that inherited Zebek's will, and I think Whitebeard, when he was killed in action, I think he recognized that Blackbeard definitely did not inherit Roger's.
Well, yeah, but I wonder if while it wasn't verbalized in his last moments, he maybe wondered, "Oh my gosh, you remind me of Rox, my former captain."
Maybe.
And that's another thing that to me is still kind of an anomaly, because Whitebeard was not one of the. It's like if you look at several of the pirates, you think of brutality. You think of Blackbeard, you think of brutality. You think of Kaido, you think of brutality. You think of Big Mom, you think of brutality. You think of Kid, you think of brutality. When you think of pirates on average, you think of brutality in the One Piece world, which is kind of reflective of piracy in the real world. But Whitebeard sticks out among the various members of the Rocks Pirates, because he didn't have this brutality, let the world burn mentality. He had this, I want a family mentality.
Well, and he more so or less joined the Rocks Pirates because he was looking for the payday.
Oh yeah,
because as you know,
because he would send that money. He would send the money.
Right, he was financially
his.
Right, he was financially supporting his home island. Even after he became, Whitebeard, the Yonko, the Emperor.
He never forgot his roots. Essentially,
right.
It's like for as big as the man was, he was always in reality. Sorry, and in even some ways in which he kind of made this facade of being this like big old bad boy, like that time when he was talking with Shanks and saying, "You're about 100 years too young to be talking to me, boy." But it's like, even for all of that, the reality was he was a humble man. Who always remembered his roots and always remembered where he came from and always wanted to support that. And like, for example, when he declared Fishman Island as part of his territory, he was like, I don't want to see these people suffer anymore. I have pull, so I'm going to make sure these people are no longer suffering. And he got the gratitude of King Neptune and Jinbe. Jinbe was willing to fight and die for him as a result. He was just like, oh my, it's like, you did something I can never repay you for. So it's only fair that I be willing to fight for your honor. As when he had that, how many day scrap with Ace? How many days did he go with him?
Whitebeard or Blackbeard?
Jinbei.
Oh, Jinbei?
Because
I forget.
He fought Jinbei before he fought Whitebeard, which didn't end well because he was already tired.
Right. It's been a while since I've referred back to that episode.
But that's another example.
Chapter.
Is that he took the son of his greatest rival in.
Yeah, a lot of these fights will go quite a few days. Like if you remember the fight between Akainu and Aokiji.
3 days, was it?
I think it went on for like a week or something.
Oh, yeah. And it permanently changed.
A week or like 10 days. Yeah, and it changed the landscape of Punk Hazard.
And the result was Sakazuki became the admiral.
The fleet admiral.
Fleet admiral.
Yeah. But that's going to be another story to talk about when we get there.
And Akaokiji resigned from the Marines.
Yeah. So if we continue,
that in and of itself is very interesting because Sakazuki is this absolute justice, all or nothing. You're either in it or you're not. You're fighting for the honor of the world of the Marines or you're not. But here is this guy who's like, I don't agree with you being the admiral. I'm going to fight you. And he beats him. He literally has his life in his hands and he spares him. It's like, why? There's only two possible things I could think of because I don't know if you've seen those theories, but some theories that have been brought up is that Akoji, despite being aligned with the Blackbeard Pirates, like X-Drake, is a sword member. That's one theory. The other theory I could think of is maybe that maybe Sakazuki's mentality was, I can see where you decide to fight. This was a fight of honor for the position, and I'm okay with you having challenged me for it because it was a fight of honor. So maybe it's, or there might be some reason that we don't know. There's
that's true.
Several,
very true.
But those are my top two theories. It's either he's part of Sword and he's infiltrating the Blackbeard Pirates, or he just thought, it was a duel of honor. I don't hold anything personal against you.
So we'll continue on with the chapter here, but it looks like we see in another panel the kids are going to get re-educated on who Kozuku Yoden was, which means that they're going to recognize it for the hero that he actually was. People are learning that Komurasaki, who was the courtesan, was actually
Kozuki.
Gosh. Really forgetting this stuff. But yeah, Kozuki Hiyori. Among some other things going on here. So this one's kind of interesting because page 8. So you got Kawamatsu, you got Kinemon talking about building shrines and stuff. And then you see that the weapons are laid down for Ashura and Izo, almost as if they passed away. And it's like, have they? Or what's going on with that? Kind of hard to say.
We talked about the malleability of death in the Onepiece. It's like very few people have died in the present in Onepiece. Who's the guy? Pell survives a bomb.
Yeah, he was the one who set
bomb.
He was the one who set the example of the malleability of death in Onepiece because normally he
took a giant bomb.
But again, this is the fiction. This is the fiction of it all. But the fact is that yes, the standard was set.
We're talking about essentially superhumans in One Piece. Let's be honest, because
Well, considering that some humans are can be anywhere from 10 to 20 feet tall.
Yeah, humans, not giants, humans. Like for example, Zoro took a giant sword from where your heart is down here, blood spattering all over the place, falls into the ocean, and survives.
So I'm looking at the wiki.
Here.
I am looking at the wiki for One Piece, and at least according to the wiki, now this can always be subject to changing, but it's saying in the wiki that Izo and Ashura are dead. So
for the time being,
and they're going to be buried beside Shimotsuki Yasuie. Let's see what else they've got going on here. Obviously, Hiyori kicking Momonosuke, not really getting over that, so that's interesting. Zoro and Luffy have woken up from their slumber, so the party is getting going. They're staying.
I wonder if they're ever going to talk about the fact that they both discovered
their Haoshoku, or
their ability to use Conqueror's Haki.
Well, that'll probably be, it was obviously not addressed in this chapter, but it might be addressed in the next chapter. I don't know. It's hard to say.
I still think that's how he's gonna defeat that's how Zoro is eventually gonna defeat Mihawk.
So obviously they're talking around. Obviously Yamato's still talking about wanting to go with them and stuff, which I don't know.
Luffy hasn't accepted the invite yet.
See, it's all usually when people are gonna join, it's Luffy's gotta invite him. Yamato's kind of inviting herself on.
There's been one time when someone invited themselves on, and that was Nico, Robin.
Right, but Luffy did exist. So we don't know what's going to happen yet as far as Yamato is concerned. I don't know. Hard to say. I mean, I'm kind of hoping Carrot can at least, represent the Mink tribe. In going on there, you got Jinbei who's representing fishmen now. A lot of diversity when it's coming to that. But
a lot of people are pointing out, what position would Yamato have? Because we've got
that's the thing.
Yeah, because it's like, let's go through all the members of the Straw Hat Pirates. You have Luffy the captain. You have Zoro the first mate. You have
unofficially. He's never been confirmed in canon.
Let's call him the first mate.
Everybody thinks of him as the first mate.
Well, yeah, for all intents and purposes, he is the first mate. He fills that role.
But the thing is, though, Oda's never canonically confirmed as the first mate. He's considered a combatant, which has always been interesting. But hey, maybe this might change in the next chapter or two.
The reality is, for all intents and purposes, okay, for academic purposes, let's call him the first mate. Then you've got Nami the navigator, Usopp the artillery.
Yes.
I don't know what exactly you'd call the
artillery specialist or whatever. I
think the official term is master at arms.
Well, I know previously Oda has written him as the Sogekishu, which is the sniper. But I don't think that's going to really, in the roles that roles he's had to fill since then, I'm not sure if the sniper is really the correct term to give to Usopp at this time.
I'm going by maritime. So I'm going by classic maritime. By classic maritime, terminology, he's master at arms. So that's
Right.
that's 4. Sanji's the cook. Chopper's the doctor. Frankie's the shipwright. Brooke is the musician, which typically isn't a term, but Luffy wanted one.
Robin.
Yeah,
Archaeologist.
I missed her. Yeah, Robin is the archaeologist, and Jinbei is the helmsman.
Yes, Jinbei is the helmsman.
Yes, he's proudly accepted the helmsman when fighting Who's Who. He was referred to as the former Shichibukai, and is like, I like the more prestigious position of helmsman of the Straw Hat Pirates.
But yeah, it's like, what role is Yamato gonna fill? Now, I've seen how there's been
I could see her fitting one role. Log keeper.
Okay. I've seen the arguments about Carrot. She could fill the role for a lookout, because she can be high.
I forget what the crow's nest position is called. There's a position for that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a terminology for that. So, well, if you think about it, they could both join, and then Yamato be the log keeper and Carrot be the crow's nest position.
So, yeah, and again, it's who knows what's going to happen. To me, ever since Yamato has been introduced, I just haven't quite felt her, fulfilling a certain role. But, and a lot of people are like, well, yeah, she'll be great for the role and stuff like that. So, I don't know.
And let's also clarify something. I know Yamato has been identified as the son of Kaido, and has identified as Kozuki Oden and stuff like that. But I think officially Oda classifies Yamato as a she.
Oh, the Vivre card. The Vivre card identifies her, and that's what we're going to stick with for the time being. We won't get much into that because, it is what it is. Yeah. So I think when we get into the closing panel, though, the world government acted pretty fast because they've already got the bounties out. So, and
which we have not seen yet.
Right. And Scratchman is saying that they've named, it looks like a couple of the guys in here, in that group that beat, that beat Kaido and Big Mom. Looks like a couple of them are going to be named Emperors of the Sea. And,
the question there is, do Kid and Law co-hold that position?
Well, for a fact, Luffy is going to be one of the emperors.
He was kind of already unofficially labeled as the
fifth emperor.
Yeah, as the fifth emperor.
But for a fact, Luffy's going to be. Now, are they going to continue using Yonko, or are they going to actually put Law and Kid in there too? And are they going to call it the Goko? Or are they going to call it another name in the Japanese translation? I'd be interested to see what that's going to do. But the fact of the matter is, it's like the power balance has been upset, and the world government has to kind of fill that void to an extent. So I think if Luffy's going to be called an emperor, for a fact he's going to be declaring Fishman Island. And then on top, his territory. And then on top of that, that the Straw Hat Grand Fleet is going to be really moving around and stuff. So, and then the last thing that we see for the chapter is that Rokugyu is in Wano.
I guess he has some ability to fly?
Yeah, some weird ability.
This is the first time we're actually seeing Rokugyu go out,
aka Green Bull.
Yeah, go out and do something.
So it look. I
I forgot. Is Dokugyu one of the people that was drafted by the World Draft?
Yes.
And so he was drafted, and within 2 years of the draft, became an admiral.
Well, same with Fujitora.
Yeah. So, but
Fujitora was also drafted.
But that just goes to show how exceptional these two, and we finally get to see how exceptional.
Yeah, Rokugyu, aka Green Bull.
Yeah, Dokugyu is, because even though he seems to be a tad bit lazy.
And you know what the way that they're shaping up his entry into Wano, you know what it is reminiscent of, right?
Aokiji.
Yeah, Aokiji.
Aokiji.
Yeah, when he was riding his bicycle across the ocean. So
yeah, but I feel like after however many days Luffy, I don't think they're gonna engage directly.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Rokugyu is going to do.
I doubt he has, because Aokiji just completely decimated the Straw Hats when he went there. He could have killed everybody, but he let everyone live. So I don't think he's going. But now I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have the same chances against the Straw Hats. He would.
Well, he is an admiral. You never know.
Well, my point with Aokiji, I don't think he would be able to combat the Straw Hats the same way that he did the last time. He wouldn't whoop them. He might win, but he could only win on a one-on-one with somebody. He can only win on a one-on-one. If he's facing more than one person, he doesn't win. Especially with Sanji's fire leg. So I don't think Aokiji could decimate the Straw Hats like he did the last time. So, but and then so I don't think Aokiji is I think he's going there to see how things are. I don't think he's going to be able to make too big of an impact. He's not going to go out and decimate people, not with all the firepower of people that are there. I don't think he's going to be able to do that. Like, he might be going out. Oh, no, I meant CP0's supposed to be going after Robin. So I think he's probably going out there to scout the situation. I don't think he's going to go and decimate the Straw Hats like Aokiji did.
All right, Matt. Well,
I would be surprised if that happened.
Well, we're definitely in for a big chapter next week.
Oh yeah,
That's
we did have the announcement that that after this month layoff, in which we could talk about who knows how much stuff with One Piece. We're going
I think once the Wano arc, once the Wano arc concludes, Oda's taking a month break, and then we are going to be officially in the final saga, like you mentioned, of the series. And I'm not sure how long it'll take, but Wano took.
Yeah, I'm still making a prediction. I do think it's going to be what's it called? I think it's going to be the red-haired pirates versus... I think the red-haired and the Straw Hats are going to make an alliance, and they're going to take on the Blackbeard pirates. I'm calling that.
Yeah, a lot to see, it's going to be interesting.
When it comes to predictions, I've been wrong before, but that's my personal prediction.
Well, speaking of predictions, Matthew, Luffy's at 1.5 billion, I believe. Or was it 50? No, he's at He's at 15 billion. So, Monkey D. Luffy, your prediction for his bounty raise.
15 billion. What?
Defeated Kaido, Kaido of the Beasts.
Kaido was what?
He had the series' largest active bounty, which was 4.6 billion, or it's 4.6 billion. So actually, Luffy was 1.5 billion.
4.6, and he's always gotten larger than
I think Lin was 4 point. Lin was 4.3.
What were Whitebeard and
Whitebeard and
Roger?
Gold Roger were both in the 5s.
I'm gonna say 5. He's not gonna be at the point of Whitebeard, but he's gonna be around there.
You think Luffy's gonna be? He's gonna get up to 5 billion.
Yeah, because he
that's more than Shanks. That's an interesting one. I don't think it's going to be that high.
Oh yeah,
but
where's Shanks in?
Shanks is, I think, straight 4 billion. 4 billion something.
Okay, then I'll say like maybe just under Shanks then.
Okay, a little bit. So 4 billion flat. Okay. I don't think it'll be that big, but I think it'll double to 3. It'll be larger than Blackbeard, but it will be lower than Shanks. Obviously, I think it'll be 3 billion, but you're going to say 4 billion. Okay.
I'm also liking, because now you have Nika the Sun God versus.
Okay, I see where you're going, because they deem it an even more existential threat. The world government, because the world government never really some of the reasons why they put a high bounty, they'll list a bunch of stuff, but they'll never list the actual reason, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but I was just looking at something else. With the future, now you've got Nika the Sun God Light versus Blackbeard. Darkness. It's like this is now the perfect light, dark, good, evil. Because if you look at it, in reality, Blackbeard's, it's like when he started out, he seemed kind of okay. But it's like as time has gone on, he just kept going a darker, more evil path. Whereas Luffy has always been a good guy. He's always had the best of intentions with his actions. So I think that's where that's gonna go.
So at least for the other guys, so we're running a little bit short on time, but for Kid, Law, Zoro, you think they'll all get above 1 billion? Right now, they're all not at 1 billion yet.
I'll say yes. I'm not going to make a prediction on where.
So, and then I think the last one, we'll predict Sanji. You think he'll make 1 billion, or he won't quite get there because he didn't really take on anyone? He did defeat Queen.
Was Queen at 1 billion?
Queen was above 1 billion.
I'm gonna say Sanji's gonna get over 1 billion.
Okay.
He beat over 1 billion guy. He should get that position.
I'll say 900. I'll say 900.
Okay.
All right.